guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to Season 7, Episode 11 of The Impossible Dream with Bala Town. Today we're playing Ruthin in the Premier League and then a chance to win our first trophy of the year as we face Aberystwyth Town in the Welsh League Cup Final. So that'll be a good one to look forward to. Now I thought we'd start today by having a quick look at our manager profile, given that we're a little ways in here, and just kind of see how we're trucking along here. Reputation is pretty good, I'd say, for a manager in the Welsh League, 65%. Media handling, we're right up there. Tactical consistency, we're right up there. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, if that means we change enough or we don't change enough. Hands-on approach, I do like to delegate a lot of things. Managing finances, we're good. Handling team discipline, we're not too bad. We're not too bad in terms of loyalty to players, and domestic bias, we are very, very good at that indeed. The only the manager that doesn't have a good relationship with us is Pochettino, and that's because I don't understand why a Real Madrid manager feels the need to pick on the Bala Town manager. But anyway, that's fine. Decent relationship with Fabian Delph. That's ironic for a Villa fan, isn't it? But there we go. Where's he these days? Unemployed. I wonder if we could get him in as an assistant and I could just make him do like medial tasks and then he can go off to Manchester City. We can see there good win rate, 77%. That's not too bad. Maybe a little bit higher I would have expected given, where we are and how much money we have. But there we go. That is that. Now we have come straight back since last episode. The reason being I wasn't completely sure exactly how to finish off this season. So I think what I'm going to do is basically come back when we have a chance to win a trophy. So we had a chance to win a trophy today, so I figure we'll just come straight back. We'll play some kids in the league. Because if we do this other game in the Welsh League Cup, it's just a fourth round tie against lower division. And I have to still kind of play like a relatively strong team in it just to make sure we win. So the plan from here to the end of the season is we'll come back when there's when there's a chance to lift trophies. Hopefully we'll win the semi-final of this of the Iron Brew, and hopefully we'll get to the final of the Welsh Cup. But we'll wait and see on that one. Now there is one signing we've made on a sort of end of contract for next season. And this is him here, Mateo Martin, a Spanish winger, and I think we can all agree, nice little pick up this one. Very, very good physically, can play on either foot, good dribbler, decent finishing for a level, good off the ball, good technique, he's got good vision and passing as well. He's going to be an absolute star for us. We can play him on the left or the right, as I said. We could play him in the number 10 role, but we know that that's pretty much covered with Dixon in there. But we're only paying, I think is it $2,000 a week we're paying him? It's certainly not anything ridiculous. Here we go here, 2.2 grand a week. So absolutely brilliant stuff. Really, really happy to have him at the club. You'll see here there's another signing that we've made. I signed him, he was 15 at the time, basically because he's a good header of the ball. So he'll show up in a couple of seasons' time, and I'll have completely forgotten that we've signed him. But yeah, there we go. We do have a striker coming in at some point, a German striker. So there we go. All right, let's go and have a look at what we're doing here against Ruthin. There was one other thing I wanted to tell you about. There was a question in the comments last episode. How many league goals does Ryan Burke have for the club now? Because he does bang in a few, doesn't he? Penalties, set pieces, and whatnot. Plus, he gets a few from open play as well. He has 22 league goals for us right now. 24 assists as well. He does obviously have more goals than that, but he does score some goals, obviously, in cup games and sort of non-league games as well. So that's Ryan Burke. If you're interested, because I was interested, Ryan Sears, he has less league goals than you would imagine. Only 9 for us, because he has 2 there for Newtown, and then he got 7 one year, but he hasn't done too much in terms of goal scoring for us outside of that. And the other one that I did miss last episode, and I realised when I was editing, is that Damien Allmark, his goal in the last game of last episode was his 50th league goal for the club. So well done, Damien Allmark. He's absolutely flying this season. 21 goals from 18 league appearances, 22 overall. And yeah, just absolutely doing bits, which is amazing, amazing stuff. Reminder, 69 is the club record. He has 20 goals to go before he is Bala Town's all-time top league goal scorer. Could he do it this season? The way he's going, I wouldn't bet against him, that's for sure. But here we go, we're up against Ruthin. They were promoted last year. They are struggling. They got off to a good start, and they're struggling. We are the heavy favourites for this one. You'll notice there's a new manager in charge of them. Well, you may notice there's a new manager in charge of them. Nick Platt, he's just a caretaker. Their previous manager, who got them promoted, has gone off to Carnarvon, sorry. So we'll probably see him again soon. But they're a passing, attacking team. Although we don't know how much we can read into that because they've got a caretaker manager. So they lost last time out 2-0 to Cefn Druids. Let's have a look at the team that we're sending out. And It's a combination of young players and players that we've promised first-team football to. So it's Jaycock in goal. It's Mullenstein, Williams, KDH, and Jenkins as the back four. Owen and Lowry go in midfield. Ap Gareth, I know you want to see him. He goes down the right with Dixon and Kingsley out on the left. Reminder, we are very, very short on left-sided players because Maurice has picked up an injury. He's out for another 2 to 6 weeks. Murphy, which I think I may have forgotten to mention, he's out for he's out for a little while yet too with a relatively serious injury. And Sean Davies, of course, injured himself last episode for 3 weeks. So we don't really have left-sided options. So let's hope Kingsley can do a job there for us. Or Mark goes up top. Let's go. Alright, so we can see how everybody's lining up. Now, there is a few of our ex-players. Garmy is, now I'm sure, because I messed this up last time, yeah, but he came through our academy. And I think there is a few others. See if we recognise any names here. Ollie Pears, was he one of ours? No, but Bohana, I'm almost positive, was. Yeah, so there's a couple of guys that have come through our academy that are in their team. That's basically because they were a feeder club for us. Jeffries came through our academy as well, a young winger. I don't recognise any other names there, but let's not worry too much about them. What do we want to say here? Pick up where you left off. All right, let's go with that. Carry on where you left off last game. Let's get out there. Let's put on a display. Let's get some goals and warm up for this cup final. Now, while waiting for the game to get underway, it is obviously coming towards the end of the season. It is Viewers Player of the Year nomination time. So let me know in the comments who has been your favourite or who do you think has been the best player this past season. And we'll start to get a nominations list ready for that. For the end of season awards, and Rhys Williams has put us in the lead. Ap Gareth with the assist. The goalkeeper's come and done his best impersonation of Superman and missed everything, and Rhys Williams is there to plant the header in the back of the net. 6 goals now for Rhys Williams this year. Goalkeeper, what are you doing, son? But a really good header with the goalkeeper in bright yellow flying at you. He's done really well to keep his composure and put that header away. Excellent, excellent stuff. Yeah, so let me know in the comments, Player of the Year nominations. I don't want to bias things by giving my own opinions, but I tell you what, there's any number of players it could be this season. Come on. That's a nice header down there. Well done. You give that back to us. Once a Lakesider, always a Lakesider, as I say. Dixon, decent. No, headed away. Ap Gareth retrieves. Jenkins on the overlap. Is Ap Gareth going to use him? No, he goes himself. And goalkeeper, a little bit better that time. Lumps it forward quickly to nobody. And that is why I'm going to say, mate, you didn't quite cut it at our academy. Owen has the ball now. Back for KDH. Goes over the top, looking for Allmark. Allmark with a flick on. Kingsley there. Flicks it back onto Allmark. Allmark can't quite find the back of the net. Decent attempt over the bar, though. Let's demand a little bit more and see what we can do here. Mullenstein gets forward now. What can he do? Goes past the attempted tackle, let's call it, and loses out to the defender. Ball just cleared to nobody. They look a very, very poor team, don't they? Jenkins brings it forward now to Ap Gareth. Can he square one back? He can. It's Dixon, and Dixon sticks it away. 14 now this season for Ewan Dixon. Ap Gareth with a second assist of the game. He just keeps delivering, doesn't he, old Ap Gareth? But there we go. Let's give him some praise. And this is turning into a game that could be anything, to be honest. Ap Gareth did really, really well there. Dixon with the head up. Well done. And that is 2-0. But yeah, there we go. It's a bit of a shame that there's players here that I've had to promise them first team football to keep them happy. Ideally, I'd like to be using these games with a lot more youngsters, but I do want to... Oh, what a strike that is. Ollie Pears. An absolute stunner. And it's 2-1, and we put these champagne celebrations on hold here, perhaps, because that... Well, that's almost goal of the season, isn't it? I don't know, we could have done too much more there. It's an absolutely stunning strike. Out of absolutely nothing as well. And there we go, 2-1. Just keep your concentration there, please, boys. Though I don't know that there's much we could have done about that, as I said. All right, come on. Let's go and get this 2-goal lead back, please, boys. Come on. Allmark not having a great game up there. Ap Gareth, decent ball in again, headed away. And it seems like it's just sort of usual service resumed here, where we are just camped outside their penalty area. Dixon has it now, in there for Allmark. Dixon again. Oh, and there's a stunner from Ewan Dixon. 15th of the season now for him. And I tell you what, we've seen 2 cracking goals this game, haven't we? Right on the stroke of half-time as well. We'll give them some praise. But Ewan Dixon, we might be seeing this one again. Speaking of end-of-season awards, This has got to be a contender for goal of the season. Goalkeeper again's got some serious questions to ask. It was pretty much straight at his face. But there we go. 3-1 at the break. Comfortable 3-1 it was as well. We'll give it an assertive. Don't get complacent there, please, boys. It's one of these where, I mean, it kind of just is what it is, isn't it? We really do need, and I'm not quite sure how long it's going to take the rest of the league to sort of catch up to some sort of a standard. The problem, I think, perhaps, is that even though the league's reputation is going up with us, I don't know that the prize money necessarily is going to follow at the end of a season. So the only thing we can really hope for is that, A, they can start to attract better players because the league is at a better reputation. But then if they can afford to pay the wages is going to be the problem. And maybe, you know, if they can sell on young players for more cash, perhaps. Allmark there. And Dixon. Has he missed that completely? He has missed it completely. A golden opportunity for a hat-trick there. And he's muffed it. But unless... Yeah, we basically need the rest of the league to start and catch us up a little bit. I'm essentially, unless someone's an absolute star, I think I'm going to stop signing players from other Welsh teams. KDH gets a header. His 6th of the season as well. And that is now 4-1. And there we go. Because, I mean, we need a little bit more competition in the league. So, I mean, granted, this is not the best team in the league. This is a struggling team that is actually even maybe worse than their league position. Of course, they did start so strong, and I don't think they've picked up a point for a long, long time now. Even their manager's bailing ship, which is never a good sign. Goalkeeper with the goal kick, and again, he's found a Bala Town player with precision. And I don't quite understand what the goalkeeper's trying to achieve with that. I mean, it is a caretaker manager as well, so that's I don't know, but you still would imagine what colour shirt your teammates are wearing. Here we go with that. Gareth, can he get a hat-trick of assists? Good ball in there. It's not the best header for Kingsley. Allmark's there, and he can't finish it off either. And we would really like Allmark to try and get himself a goal here if we can. Try and keep this goal-scoring streak he's on. I did look at the league's all-time record, and it's 47. So he would need a lot more goals to get anywhere near that. Now, when he's scoring 3 and 4 in a game, that's obviously a possibility. I don't know that he's consistent enough just quite yet to do that regularly. But there we go. It's a good, solid 4-1 win. And what do we say to that? Don't let it go to your heads, boys. So there we go, managerless Ruthin beaten by Bala Town. Dixon had a good game. Gareth had a good game, which is always nice to see. We are now 22 games played, 22 wins this season, which is something nice. First goal we conceded in a little while there as well, but it was a stunner, let's be fair. Guys, wait right there, we've got a cup final coming up next. I'm Chaz Hogan, Australian journalist here at Stebbanaeth Park, as we get ready for the football equivalent of a baby seal clubbing, as Aussie villains Bala Town prepare to face glorified pub side Aberystwyth Town in the Welsh League Cup Final. Kick-off's just moments away, and you're already here, so you might as well stay. Okay, welcome back. Are you ready for a cup final? I certainly am. Now, a few things to catch you up on before we get to this. You can see we are heavy favourites for this game. But as I said, a few things to catch you up on. Transfer window is obviously still open. Ipswich really want to sign Ryan Burke. He doesn't want to go. We don't want to sell him, but they're up to 450 grand for him. What's he actually valued at? 170. So, I mean, they're desperate. But they're not going to get him. And the other thing that's happened is that, where are we down here? We will see that Ryan Sears has signed a new extension, 1-year deal with the option for us to extend it for a second year. We didn't get that French right back, so he's a solid enough option for us. He's never let us down. So he's here for a year, possibly 2, on £600 a week as a fringe player, which is perfect. That means if we sign somebody better, he's not going to be too upset for not being in the first team. So that catches you up on what's been happening off the field. Now let's get on to it. We are playing, as I said, Aberystwyth Town. Matt Bishop is their manager. He's decent, to be fair, isn't he? Certainly as a manager, maybe not so much as a coach. But he's been here for, almost 7 years now. Cautious, standard playing style. This is how we're expecting a bit of a Risco bust park. They lost last time out to Bengal City, as you can see there. And there we go, passing networks and key passes as well. This is the team we're sending out, and it is pretty much full strength. It's Rima Miles in goal. It's Swifty and Gosney as the back two. It's Sears down the right, Burke down the left. Lowry as the deep line playmaker there. York and McVeigh go in midfield. Dixon in behind Allmark and Stewart, who's not really match sharp, but he's a good finisher. Now, one new injury I did forget to update you on is Ferguson here. He's out for about a month. So that's why we don't see him here. And I'm just going for Stewart over Casey. Neither of them are particularly match sharp, but Stewart's the better finisher. So I'm hoping, maybe match sharp or not, at least he'll take a chance if it comes his way. All right, here we go. Cup final time. We're at the Stebenheath Park in Clonelly. And hopefully this is going to be a nice, comfortable win for us. What do we say to this? Just go out there, relax, boys. If you play your game, you'll win. Let's go with that. Some calm, we have faith. We don't want to put too much pressure on them. It is a cup final after all, so there may be a few nerves. And here we go. If we can get an early goal, we're expecting them to basically park the bus and just try and hang on. So if we can get that, the first goal could be key. If we can get that, obviously they'll then have to open up if they want to get back into it. Here we go, Burke getting forward. Can we get a cross in? It's blocked. And hopefully we'll pick that up. We do. Swifty has it. What can he do? Good ball there for Allmark. Oh, what a finish from Damien Allmark. A 23rd goal of the season. Unfortunately, it doesn't count towards his league tally, but in the second minute, we find ourselves 1-0 up. And, well, this could be anything from here, couldn't it? Not the best clearance. Swifty does really, really well. Chips it in wonderfully. And Allmark, how about that finish over the shoulder? Have some of that. 23rd goal this season for Mr. Allmark. A golden boot. I mean, measure yourself up, mate, because it's almost certainly going his way, isn't it? Excellent stuff. Burke now with a throw-in. York, back to Burke. Can we get across to the back post? It's there. Oh, Sears lashed at it, but over the top and out for a goal kick. Demand a little bit more here. It looks like we've got another free kick coming in. So far, they don't look as though they're able to cope with us at all, do they? 65% possession, and they haven't so much as had a shot on goal, never mind at goal. Or at goal, not on goal, I should say. Ball down the line there for Burke getting forward. Can he pick someone out? It's Sears again getting forward, and Sears is getting closer. And we know Ryan, Sears, and Burke, they both have goals in them from open play, so it'll be interesting to see if one of them can get themselves on the score sheet. This is very reminiscent of a lot of our games in the league where we absolutely dominate a team that's parking the bus against us. If we can get sort of 2 or 3 by half time, second half, it does tend to open up a little bit for us. But as long as it's 1-0, there's always that risk, isn't there? Burke in there for York. Back for Burke eventually. In there for Lowry. Lowry, what can he do? Nice ball there for Dixon. Haven't seen anything of Stewart so far. He is just playing as a poacher, so that's maybe why. Here we go with Sears getting forward. Now, can he pick out somebody? He's there for Allmark. It's headed away. York still has it. York does well to keep possession there. McVeigh back for Lowry again. For McVeigh, back to Lowry. For York, the midfield trio just playing their own game right now. Lowry, over there to McVeigh, to Lowry. In there for Allmark. Back to Lowry. There it is for Sears. That's a good pass for the fullback getting forward. Ball, Allmark, and Allmark's over the bar as well now. Oh, it should be at least 2 or 3-0. We just need to get this second goal, you feel, and that will open the game right up for us. Give us a little bit of extra confidence as well. McVeigh looking for the run of Burke, but wasn't there. York has it now. Back to Burke. Can he get a good ball in? We've got men in the middle streaming forward. There it is. That's a good ball, teasing, and it's there still for Burke. For Allmark, is he onside? It doesn't matter because he's put it past the post. Oh, boys. Right on the stroke of half time here. What we don't want to do is go in 1-1, having done this to them all through the first half. It's the first time we've seen them get forward. Then it would be just keeping with our luck sometimes for this to go in the top corner, and it goes over the top. And that should do it for the first half. And it does. Just the one shot by them, but it's still only 1-0 despite our early goal. And as long as it's 1-0, then there's obviously a chance that something like what happened against Ruthin happens again, and it's 1-1, and then we might just start to get a little bit nervous, and we don't want that. Let's get a little bit more from you, please, Mr. Dixon. A little bit more from you, please, Mr. Stewart, or we will be taking you off. And let's get back out there. They're looking nervous. There's no need for us to panic whatsoever. We've dominated this game. We just need to show a little bit more composure in front of goal. Burke getting forward again. Does his man wonderfully. Can he get... Look at how many men we have in the box. Half the team is there. York! Oh, unlucky for Sammy York. Off the crossbar. It would have been a second stunner of the episode, but not to be on this occasion. We might give them a concentrate shout here, I think. Just stick this ball in the net for me, please, boys. Dixon's not having a great game. I don't want to take the captain off, though. Not while we're dominating anyway. McVeigh! Oh, and that is into the goalkeeper's hands. What can we do here to try and get this second goal? Gosney brings it forward. Cuts back in. Goes back to Rima Miles. It's okay. I don't mind a little bit of patience. Swifty has it now. What can he do? Brings it forward. So much space for him to run into. Keep going, mate. Keep going. There's a good ball for Allmark. Dropping back into space. McVeigh for Burke. Can he get an early ball in? He can't. Allmark picks it up though. Back for Burke. Burke back post. It's there for Sears. Back for Stewart. Back for Sears. He's surely offside. And it's still just the one goal. And we're setting ourselves up here for disappointment. Almost certainly. Show some passion, boys. Come on. Burke now with a corner. Where's Gosney at the back post? It's Allmark. And Allmark over the bar. Surely this game isn't going to finish 1-0. I'm going to take Dixon off. He's just not having a good day. Let's get Duffy Thomas on. Attacking midfielder is fine. And let's see if we can, with him, maybe get this second goal. Come on. Come on, boys. Let's give it another concentrate. 81st minute now. How have we gone 70-odd minutes or 79-odd minutes without a goal? There it is, a penalty. A silly push by Griffiths there in the box for Ryan Burke now with a chance to seal this cup final for us. Come on, Berkey boy. Come on, mate. Burke. Oh, he's straight at the goalkeeper, but it goes straight through the goalkeeper. 11th goal of the year for Ryan Burke, and that now should be that. I can't see them on what we've seen so far this game, them scoring twice. Oh, the goalkeeper's... He's jumped out of the way of it almost. But there we go. There we go. Excellent stuff. We've deserved this win, and it looks as though it is going to come our way. Not the most convincing in terms of the score, but job done. Congratulations, mate. Another trophy. Must be getting bored of this. Oh, look, no, mate. No, you never get sick of winning. Wasn't our best display of finishing today, that's for sure. Let ourselves down a little bit. Should have been a lot more comfortable. But, you know, ultimately, we've sent these fans home here happy tonight. And that's the most important thing for me. So there we go. It was 2-0 on the day. We deserved more than that, but... I mean, I'd say they defended well. I'm not even sure they did. We didn't take our chances, did we? Don't get complacent going forward, and on we go. So there we go. Bala Town lift the Welsh League Cup. Excellent stuff. It's a couple of times in a row now I think we've won that. It's the first time we've retained the trophy, I think, in a very, very long time, other than the league, of course. We can see all the medal winners there, so congratulations to everybody who has got themselves a medal. Another league Cup win. We were 7-10 favourites. We've won it 4 times now. I think the record is the New Saints at 11. But you can see there, since we've taken over, we've been regular winners of the competition 4 times in the last, 7 years, I guess, because it's the 7th season we've been here, isn't it? Burke had a good game, 100% tackles won, 100% headers won. That's what you like to see. Of course, if you're not being challenged, then that's another thing, isn't it? Ralph Redknapp, the Wales boss, looking at Sears, Dixon, Sam York and Allmark. Surely it can't be too far away before we get one of our players caught into the Welsh senior squad. But there we go. That is it for today. If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And we'll be back next time. You can see the draw for the split in the league has happened. Basically, I think what we'll do is we'll be back next time when there's a chance to win a trophy. If that's the Iron Brew Cup Final, if it's the Premier League, whenever that's going to happen, maybe this game against the New Saints at home could be about roughly when it would happen. But yeah, we'll be back next time there's a chance to win a trophy, whenever that may be. Until then, guys, I've been Aussie, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.